keep it going, I'm rolling and flowing, I'm coasting, I got them all trolling me right. I just keep growing and showing them, knowing I'm owning this flow, you can catch me outside. Gonna get them all with a little payback. Never gonna fall, I'ma stay on the attack. Put them up against the wall as I finish every track. Never gonna stall, no, I'm never gonna slack. I've been like working and learning and searching for something to push my shit over the edge. I'ma keep burning and turning up profit, you know I can't stop it until I am dead. Gonna be unstoppable and profitable, cause I got a constant flow of knowledge, yo. If you got a problem, bro, take them off the throw. Coming to the top, I go, yeah, promise, slow.
Roll up to the club and the city show me love. She gon' fit me like a glove. Sipping whiskey, feeling buzzed. R.I.P. Rest in peace. R.I.P. Rest in peace. R.I.P. Rest in peace. R.I.P. Rest in peace. Yeah. Roll up to the club and the city show me love. She gon' fit me like a glove. Sipping whiskey, feeling buzzed. R.I.P. Rest in peace. R.I.P. Rest in peace. R.I.P. Rest in peace. I'ma put that ass to sleep. Yeah.
You can't stop this, I promise. Got electronic with a little rock shit. Rap on top of it, you can't even process it. I'ma keep dropping it till the chart's stopping it. Oh, I got the beats and I got the rhymes to make your girl cheat. I switch you a dime, get up on your feet. If you wanna climb and take it from me, I got nothing to hide. I get it, cause I want it, always on it, and I'm got it. Now I got it, got my shot in. You know I'ma be the one climbing to the top of it. I'm dropping this, take a shot, I got the fifth. I'm watching it, crop top got me in. She got it shit, she wanna pop it off again. Drop it low and then she gonna take it off the sin, yeah.
Roll up to the club and the city show me love. She gon' fit me like a glove. Sipping whiskey, feeling buzzed. R.I.P. Rest in peace. R.I.P. Rest in peace. R.I.P. Rest in peace. R.I.P. Rest in peace. Yeah. Roll up to the club and the city show me love. She gon' fit me like a glove. Sipping whiskey, feeling buzzed. R.I.P. Rest in peace. R.I.P. Rest in peace. R.I.P. Rest in peace. I'ma put that ass to sleep. Yeah.
I gotta do it for the fans, yeah. I wanna do it for the fans, bruh. I got really big plans, yeah. I'ma do it cause I can, yeah. I throw cash for a minute, oh. She throw back for a minute, yeah. I flow fast when I get it, oh. She love that when I hit it, yeah. I'ma get high, I'ma get low. I'ma go fly to my own show. I don't say bye, I say hello. Get to know me, yeah, they call me B-Ho. Gonna be the best in the game, rest in the fame. Nest in your brain and I spread like the plague. I don't give, no I take. Live for today, ain't nobody gonna say I didn't make a name.
Roll up to the club and the city show me love. She gon' fit me like a glove. Sipping whiskey, feeling buzzed. R.I.P. Rest in peace. R.I.P. Rest in peace. R.I.P. Rest in peace. R.I.P. Rest in peace. Yeah. Roll up to the club and the city show me love. She gon' fit me like a glove. Sipping whiskey, feeling buzzed. R.I.P. Rest in peace. R.I.P. Rest in peace. R.I.P. Rest in peace.
Enough talk. Into the boat. Into the tunnel. Get to the chopper! You're not gonna have your mommies run behind you anymore and wipe your little douches. No more complaining. No more Mr. Kim left to go to the bathroom. Nothing. There is no bathroom.
What I really love about being here is the families that are here. And we see parents with the families.
I do not want to touch his ass. I want to make him talk. Okay? Shit.
Think about Xbox, I'm going to think about quality games. We have work to do there. We haven't done our best work.
I don't play this game.
First party output.
Yeah, that's always been a hit on the company on that. Whatever I hear some criticism.
Sir,
Yeah, I don't know if I'd say always.
we get to win this time?
Not to throw mud on you, but now you have to know that's a fair. I think it's something fair to say.
It is fair to say.
I
And
said, "Oh Lord Jesus, it's a fire." Then I ran out. I didn't grab no shoes or nothing, Jesus. I ran for my life. And then the smoke got her. I got bronchitis. Ain't nobody got time for that. Ain't nobody got time for that.
Okay.
Holy Spirit, activate.
Oh no.
Holy Spirit, activate. Holy Spirit, activate. Activate. Activate.
Yo,
grinders. Oh man, the sirens are out. Woo, it's fire. Get enough of those sirens, man. Get everybody excited. Let's go. Let's go. Oh, baby. I want to thank everybody. Mic check, 1, 2. It's another Monday night. How's everybody doing out there, grinders? Welcome to the Gaming Grindhouse. Waiting on Frogs. Frogs should be coming in soon. Sent him his message. He should be jumping in. But, yeah, we got a show for you. Bunch of topics on the Grinds board tonight. We're going to do it tonight. Vince McMahon style. Shout out to everybody. Game night. Jedi Johnny. Yeah, boy. Nick, how you doing? Maniolas, VIP grinders. I want to shout out all the VIP grinders. Too, man, you guys are going crazy with those emojis. I want to thank all the VIP grinders. If you want to be a VIP grinder, you hit that join button over yonder. And you could take part in these wonderful emojis and be part of the VIP Grindhouse. This, I'm going to have to change. You're going to get upgraded, everybody. We're going for Grindhouse VIP Lounge 2.00000. Yes, it will be redesigned. We have broken, the Herman Holtz can't split anymore. He can't even do any more splits. We're going to have to redesign this. You're going to have a new one coming, VIP Grinders. A new awesome VIP lounge coming your way very, very soon. I'm excited about what I can't tell you. Now, I'll tell you, it's getting revised. We're going to fit everybody on there. And thank you again to the VIP Grinders. Definitely use those emojis. Toolman! With Booster. Hey, Booster. How you doing, Booster? Dave Rock, how you doing? Yes, and I'm going to have to remove the PAX East one, and we'll have a new emoji for everybody to use. I have to think of a good one. Oh, damn. Nigel going wild right there. But I want to shout out to all the VIP grinders. We got a show for you. So the Grinds board is lit. I got a lot of topics. Actually, there was another topic I wanted to add, and I didn't get to add it, so we'll probably talk about it. Frog come on for his CNC Music Factory. But, I don't know where Frog is. I hope this is not a Bachelor Grindhouse. We'll see what the link is. I don't know. I did start a little early this time, or actually on time I started. But without further ado, you know, let's get into the topics. The grind is a while in right now. Hit the like button, share it out, subscribe if you're new, because you're gonna like what you hear. You're gonna like it. Welcome to the Gaming Grindhouse, and let's go to see what's on the Grinds board tonight. Yo, so here we are. I'm going to probably mix in some things here or there, but we got a good show here. We got we're going to start light with Gears 5 map builder being removed. There was something I had on my notes for last week, but I didn't talk about it. And the PS Now, PS Plus games being announced. The Game Pass $15 scam that nobody's talking about. Yeah. Because everybody seems to be all pocket watching, talking about PS Plus and $10 demos, 2 hours. We talked about it last week, but there was something else I thought about, and actually I mentioned it a bunch of times on here, but I wanted to put it in perspective since we seem to have the pocket watches out there with the CNCs. What's up, Gadget? How you doing? That's right, Game Night, Lara Croft and Deus Ex just got embraced. Trimming the fat. So the Steam Deck is in the house tonight. Yes, the Steam Deck is here. It arrived just a couple of days ago. I had a bunch of hours playing with it, trying it out. And actually, I got a surprise for everybody. You can check this out. Hopefully, you see if it works. I tested it, so hopefully this setup works. So we'll do that. Plus, I'll do probably something later on. Maybe ask me any questions. But we'll see what we get to tonight on that. But definitely hit that like button and get this thing growing. I want the Grindhouse up there. I want the likes because this is some quality stuff that's coming your way, everybody. It's coming your way. And hopefully the setup works. Because I don't know if this has been done. Anyway. So, and then we got Gears, Square Enix trimming the fat. Trim that fat. Sends off the bootlegs. Yeah, that's it. That was some wild news tonight. To this morning. That was really wild news. And then the rumors going around with another Halo game because maybe this 10-year project of Halo Infinite has died not even a year in. And they're realizing that they may as well just make a new game. I think they already did their damage. And we'll see. And then the other biggest thing, the Xbox Bethesda Showcase announced for June 12th. One time only. One night only. One show only.
I do not want to touch his ass. I want to make him talk. Okay?
Enough from me. We're gonna have the games do our talking.
Yes, and I'll tell you the story about the Steam Deck. That was pretty crazy. But the first thing I want to talk about, let me see if go display. Let's see if this works. Nope, that's the wrong display. That's the wrong display. Damn, oh damn. I gotta make sure. See, already running into issues here. Make sure this one. Why is it not working? That should work. There it goes. All right. There you go. Uh-oh. Don't touch that. So, yeah. So, in light news as to what else is new. I don't know, Dave Rock. We'll see. We'll see. We don't bash Xbox. I just tell you the way it is. That's about it. And, I might have my own CNCs. Some clowns that I need to bring up. But, not just frogs all the time. Mr. Grinders, I got some problems too. And you can see where my frustration comes from. But anyway. We'll be rocking it. We'll be rocking it. Here we go. Oh, damn. Let me get... Damn, this stupid display thing is not working with me here. Work with me. Oh, my God. Anyway, I wanted to get this display bigger for everybody. So, if you recall... Oh, that's why. Because I have it locked. Now it's fixed. There we go. Grind this. It's Monday night. Long day. Long weekend. Everybody's back. Hey, thank you for subscribing, Tiger Bloods. Welcome to the Grindhouse. So, yeah. So, the Gears 5 map builder. Anybody? Anybody? What's up, Kev? Glorious. How you doing? Don't worry about it. I don't... Oh, man. Don't worry about it. So, yeah, the Gears 5 map building. If you don't know what this was... apparently with escape mode, you were able to customize your own maps and your own layouts for like your own escape mode. And yeah, if you remember escape mode was when the stage opened up and they had the New Day playing under the stage, but they didn't show gameplay. And they talked about this mode where you're going to go in and you're going to have abilities, and each of your Gears characters has abilities, and that's why they're $12, or you can earn them. And then after you have these abilities, you leave different rooms and you escape after you go in there, right? It was the brand new mode. Gears 5 had this brand new escape mode. Didn't show campaign. They didn't show multiplayer. They led at E3, the biggest show, with the stage opening and escape mode. It was interesting. It was also a ploy to turn the characters into something more than just skins. It was turning them into these characters that had abilities, which justified them having to cost money. And have to earn them, where they weren't just skins that were given out for free with Gears 5. Instead, Gears 5, they decided to put abilities on them and things like that. Well, that mode is no longer around. The map builder is gone. and they're unlocking all the achievements. And I guess nobody was using it, and that's why it's gone. So they're removing features from games. Yeah. They also got rid of Gears Esports, which that was pretty interesting. I saw at PAX there were some hats that said Gears Esports, and yeah, that's done. So, hey, dude, it was interesting. And the custom map was pretty interesting too. Like, you could go here and you could customize your layout and kind of upload them and stuff. But it's removing the map builder and unlocking all the achievements for players as the team is focusing on future projects. All the money in the world, I guess, dude. But it's something I wanted to bring up. I don't know. I don't know. Taking away things, I guess. But what's interesting is that this was a feature leading up to the game, and it's, I don't know, they're removing the map builder, I guess, to move on to other projects. I don't know, those people making the map builder, I don't know why they got to move on to other projects. So we're going to move on to another topic, but I definitely wanted to bring that up. Just, you know, there's always little things of these service games or these features and these capabilities that were advertised and hyped up. We may be hinting to ray tracing. Yeah. So, pull one out for Gears Map Builder. It's gone. They're working on other projects. They're also stopped support for Gears 5 with the seasons, and Gears Esports is done. So maybe they announce a Gears 5 at the Bethesda show, Gears 6 without Rod Ferguson. We'll see. What's up, Sinister? How you doing? Hey, Mayor Wilcox, Tool Man. How you doing? Whoa, my things just went away. I wonder where frogs went. This might be the Bachelor Grindhouse grinders. So the other thing that came out was this, the list of PS Now games came out, right? Oh, do I even have the other one? Oh my goodness. And shout out to Zuby Tech. I've been trying to get him on the show. I wanted to get some Zuby Tech on the show, but shout out to Zuby Tech. He put together this list of, like, you know, what's coming, the PS Plus games that were coming out. And you know, just look at the list here. I don't know if I could zoom in. There we go. But, you know, since January, man, you got Deep Rock Galactic, Persona 5, Dirt 5, UFC 4. That's another EA game. The Assault on Dragon Key, Planet Coaster, Ghost Runner, Ark, Sonic, Ghost of Tsushima, Hood, Ghost of Tsushima Legends, not the multiplayer. Battle King, Battle Slay the Spire, Hood, FIFA now, and Tribes of Midgard, and Curse of the Dead Gods. Dude, I'll tell you, like, this is just PS Plus. This is not even the PS Now. And PS Now actually had some games in it. Where the hell is the PS Now one I had? But I say, like, you know, PS Plus, that's for $60 a month. $6 a year, I mean. Dude, that's not, those games that they've been putting in PS Plus have been pretty damn good. Like, it's been some decent months. And I just feel that, like, again, it's another, yeah, I'll take FIFA for free, you know? But I just think that it's really, again, something that it just really does not get the traction. It just gets forgotten about. It's not Games of Gold, because that is just absolutely horrible, because the Games of Gold and that one, I don't even want to, you know, and everybody just admits now, they're like, this is horrible. And Microsoft's like, every time they say it, we heard you. Like, I just don't get how they're not even giving anybody a good month. But if you're looking at for the best value in gaming, $5 a month, I find that, you know, the games that you're getting with PS Plus are a whole bunch better than what you're getting with this stuff. And just showed what I did with PS Plus, just to kind of, you know, since we do this service talk. This is this month, dude.
Free to those with an active.
Look at this. Whoa. They even do Major Nelson. They pull his ass out to do a video on this. Yocus Island Express. And then they make you wait for this stuff. Yocus Island Express. The Inner World. Hydro Thunder. Dude, these are old-ass Xbox 360 arcade games. And Viva Pinata Party Animals. Where's regular Viva Pinata? Look at these prices they got on here, too. Holy Jesus. Look at this. Who writes this with a straight face?
Fans, get ready for the Games with Gold May lineup. All these games are playable and acquirable on your Xbox One and Series X or S, and free to those with an active Xbox Live Gold or Xbox Game Pass Ultimate subscription. Beginning May 1st is the unique platformer with pinball mechanics, Yoku's Island Express. All Yoku wants to do is soak up the rays delivering parcels in his new job in a tropical paradise. But first, he must traverse the island helping others and try to wake an ancient deity trapped in a restless sleep. Explore the colorful open world of Bakumana, test your pinball skills, and earn wild new power-ups to help the friendly locals. Then on May 16th, take up the search in the inner world, The Last Wind Monk. Embark on an adventure through Esposia to find the last Wind Monk and fulfill Robert's destiny as the heir to the Flute-Nosed throne. Switch seamlessly between playing with Robert, Laura, a rebel who flies off the handle, or Peck, a pigeon who doesn't fly at all. This charming adventure game is filled with brain teasers, humor,
Major Nelson got to still have a job, I guess.
And for the classic lineup via backwards compatibility, on May 1st, race across the water in the sequel to the legendary arcade hit Hydro Thunder Hurricane. Speed through 11 mysterious race environments like Monster Island and the Bermuda Triangle, each one packed with massive jumps, drop-offs, secret shortcuts, and destructible objects. Unleash Aqua Anarchy as you try out various multiplayer modes and compete to be the first to cross the finish line. On May 16th, get ready for lots of fun for everyone with Viva Pinata Party Animals. Compete as Hudson Horstachio, Franklin Fizzly Bear, and others across 40 minigames mixed with race events. Combine your wins and bonuses to get the most payment and be crowned the victor. To redeem the title, simply click on the gold area of your Xbox or even on the web at xbox.com/gameswithgold. Your new games will automatically appear in the ready-to-install section.
That's 2 minutes
Xbox
too
Live
long.
Gold and Xbox.
Oh, Jesus. Please, Major Nelson. My goodness. Oof. It's right. Put Master Chief Collection in there. My goodness. Do something. It's not even friggin' worth it to dude, it is just. And that's what I said. Hydro Thunder was already a Games with Gold game. It was already given away. It's so old. They gave it away. Look at this lineup. What Games with Gold is going to Games with Fool's Gold. Ass Gold. Look at this lineup. Oxenfree, Forza 5, Battlefield 3, and the Hurricane. They're giving the same shit away. They're giving the same game away in Games of Gold. They got the money. They gave the game away before. Back in September 2017, they gave this game away. We're in 2022. They're giving the same shit away. Games with Old rehash. Like, it's a joke, man. Games of Gold, like that's just for just talking about goddamn services. Like, nobody brings this up. They just go, yeah, it's trash. That's acceptable? But PS Now's trash, though. PS Now's trash, right? PS Now's trash. You may not lock the games, but, like, my God, look. Okay, you got Naruto Shippuden Ultimate Ninja Storm. You got Soul Calibur 6. And you got Blasphemous coming to PS Now. That's in addition to those other games that I showed you for PS Plus. the lineup of those two services, and now they're going to be combining them. Think, McFly. Think. Like, they could find better games to be given away with Games with Gold. And on top of that, the Game Pass lineup seems a little lackluster as well. I don't know, man. They need a rebranding. They need a rebranding of Gold, and I might get into it in the Bethesda showcase thing, but with some predictions in that thing. But my God. But talking about the services, and this is the thing that I wanted to bring up. There was a lot of talk last week about this whole 2-hour trial on PS Now, and Destin Liguri made our lineup here, and basically complaining about how they're putting these trials or these 2-hour time trials for games over $35 per the rumor, putting it behind a paywall. And I had to scratch my head and make, what do you mean by paywalls? Games with Gold. Xbox Live Gold is the ultimate paywall. Now let's see if you can break it down. Here, I'll break it down for you. So, this is the thing nobody's talking about. And this has been the case. We know that you can't buy a year of Xbox Live Gold unless you talk to a supervisor at Xbox or an ambassador wipes your ass. But you have an option to just get Xbox Game Pass for $10. All right? On the console. And this is on the console because this is the stipulation. So you're a console gamer. Go sign up for Xbox Game Pass. $9.99 on Xbox. Not Ultimate, just Xbox Game Pass for $10 a month. Okay? Now, you go into this. Let's see. We have Xbox Game Pass. And that's just on the console, not Ultimate. Just give me Game Pass for Xbox. $9.99 a month. Okay? Now, here's where to get you. Here it is. So, here are your plans. All right, grinders. This is what nobody's talking about. You want to lay out Sony's stuff before even Sony officially announces it. Let me tell you what's already been here and been out here already that nobody is talking about. So, let me see right here. So here you go. Now, if somebody could tell me I'm wrong, tell me I'm wrong. But this is what is from here. So here's your layout, right? This is what I'm talking about. This one right over here. You're a console gamer. You just want Game Pass. $10 a month. All right? What are they not telling you? What's not over here that's over here? What's this over here that's not over here? Okay. You go pay $10 a month to go play console Game Pass. Well, there are games in there. But guess what? Our little friend Games with Gold, and Gold is not part of this. So, a Destin, you want to complain? How about you go sign up for the $10 a month on your pretty old Xbox and then go boot up Sea of Thieves? You can't play the game. Go launch Master Chief Collection and play online or do some co-op. You can't play it. You got the game through console Game Pass, but you can't play it. Sea of Thieves is dead on arrival. You can't even boot up that game because there's no offline. So tell me how that is acceptable, because you're paying $10 a month for games that you cannot access features to or even play if they're online only. For $10 a month. You need to have gold to experience all the game's features and some games. Go boot up Gears 5 multiplayer. Go play escape mode. You can't. MLB The Show? Not online. So tell me. Now for the PC, you're good because online's for free. The console. You subscribe for this band, you don't get gold. You cannot play online. Online only games, multiplayer features, you cannot use even though you're paying for the access to that game through the service. Now, you might as well pay some $5. So when you're on the Xbox console, the only thing that's really decent for Game Pass to work is Ultimate. Because that includes gold, a $10 a month value. Oh, but just assume you have gold. And then the other thing is now you're upcharging me $5 because I cannot access games that you're giving me. I cannot play online with this $10 a month. I need to pay $5 more to get gold, and that's if I could get the $60 for 1 year, or why don't I just pay $15 a month or $180 a year to access the game's features that you're giving me in the service? I didn't ask for Sea of Thieves, but it's in my Game Pass. Oh, I can't play it because I don't have gold. See, that was one of the things with PS Now. PS Now, as it was, any game that was in PS Now, you could play online because Plus was not required for any game in PS Now. Now, how many multiplayer-only games are in there? Not that many. But if there are multiplayer features like Borderlands, Handsome Collection that was in PS Now, you could play it online without Plus. That was something that was in there. It was a huge feature because it makes sense. If you're giving me access to games, I should be able to play those games, right? I shouldn't have to be limited, but I gotta be upcharged for Xbox games with gold. And I showed you what games with gold was. Look, it includes deals and games with gold and console multiplayer. Exactly. So this is dead. This is a waste of time because they're doing the typical okie dokie to get you to pay $15 a month. And it goes along the lines with the rumors that Microsoft's base plan, they want to get $15 a month out of you. That's the whole point. They don't want you for $5 a month. That's why they try to increase gold. But why is nobody talking about gatekeeping and all that other stuff? You're giving me games in a service that I'm paying $10 a month for that I cannot play because they require online. So I have to pay $15 a month. Now, as a console gamer, they talk about, oh, but you'll get PC Game Pass and streaming to your phone with a strap on. Well, let me ask you something. If you don't play on PC, you don't have a gaming PC, you got a friggin' notebook, you got a Mac, or you have a friggin' one of those slim laptops that you don't game on PC. What good is Game Pass access on PC for you? What does it matter? You're paying $15 a month to play games online in Game Pass. Oh, but you get it on PC, but I don't play on PC, so I don't have that platform. That platform doesn't work for me. That added value is not value. Oh, but you could play on your phone. And I don't want to play on my phone. I don't want to do that. Like, oh, you're giving it to me, but I don't want it. It's like you go to a restaurant. They're like, hey, you know what? Here's a burger. Oh, and here's a salad. And here's some applesauce. And I don't like applesauce. I don't care how many cups of applesauce you give me. I don't like it. Oh, but it's included in your meal, but I don't want it. Can I swap it out for something? No, you get all the applesauce. You can get 2 applesauces. I don't want applesauce. I don't like it. So it doesn't matter how much you give me. It doesn't have value to me. I don't care. So throwing in PC Game Pass and cloud streaming, when all you want to do is play the games that you're subscribing to online, where's the finesse in that? Oh yeah, that's some foolness. And I'm telling you right now, that Sony $59.99 a year PS Plus basic is going to force Microsoft to reevaluate their base plan because they don't have one. They got games with gold. They got gold right here, sitting here, with those trash-ass games given release that everybody says are garbage. And they are garbage. Ankle deep face down in a Walmart bin, you won't find those games. They're actually so good right now, they're giving the games away twice. Hydro Thunder, September 2017. Hey, let's give it again in friggin' May of 2022. Why not? They got short-term memory. Ask them about ray tracing. So where's this scam in Destin's breakdown of services and gatekeeping? Oh, but having a 2-hour trial to every game over $35 where I could try any game that I want that's in there to see if I want to buy it. Oh, no. Oh, no. That's bad. That's bad for gaming. Because you forget about the 800 games that are coming with that and the classic games that you're adding. You're just paying just for game trials. And tell me, all you Xbox dudes, you Andrew Clay, hey, there he is in the flesh. You got game trials on Xbox. You could go play any game $35 or more. You got them? Okay. You don't. Xbox doesn't have game trials. And anyway, if everybody has such a problem with game trials, why the fuck wasn't EA Play thrown out the fucking door when they're giving you 10-hour trials and you're paying $30 a year to pay their shit-ass games for 10 hours? Where was that drama? Oh, nobody complained about game trials behind EA Game Pass gatekeeping. No. They don't give you the full games. They give you the old ass. They gave you Madden 15, 16, 17. While you're paying a 10-hour trial for Madden 22. Get out of here. All of a sudden, game trials are bad. Just like ray tracing is bad right now. Yeah, ray tracing's bad right now, right? Now ray tracing isn't worth it. That's right, Kev. PC Game Pass is the best value right now. You have a PC Game Pass is the best. They just got to put some more games in there. Because they got to get rid of gold. They got to get rid of gold. I'll tell you how they fix it. They come out in June. Xbox Gold is not required for online games. Now that $10 a month for the console is wonderful. $10 for the console, that's great. PC Game Pass, match it up. They still never met that whole problem. Why are the people on console paying to play online? They're not paying for games of gold. Like, at least if they were given some sort of games of a caliber of some of those PS Plus games, at least you could say, well, $60 a year is not too bad. But when you're insulting people by giving games twice and giving horrible games with gold games, but still asking for $60, are you doing that on purpose to make people think that these other ones are a better value? The Game Night 1, 2, 3. He says, Jez, you got to remember the golden rule. Sony, the devil. Microsoft, the Lord and Savior. The underdog. Yes, exactly.
You're my number one customer.
That's right. All we have to... Sony talks about game trials, sampling every game in the marketplace. Oh, paywalls. Xbox Live Gold's been sitting there like a fucking turd. Required to play all those console online games. I complained about this back when they were talking about the PC venture. I said, you need to take away the requirement to play online. It's not fair that the dudes on PC could play Gears of 4 and 5 against the people paying for online. And then on top of that, forcing crossplay. Not only can the console dude say, hey, I want to stay here with my paying Xbox Live friends to ensure level, like, equal play. No, we're going to force crossplay on you in Season 5 where you got to play with those PC dudes who are not paying for online. Because it's taking them too long to find the game. So you're forcing to play with those free-to-plays, with those free-to-play onlines. Explain. Gatekeepers, pocket watches. The scam is right here. It's been here. While you're out there running around your Phil Spencer tutu, this scam has been here. You need gold to play console Game Pass online. It's not included. It is actually an added value. It also includes gold. Where's gold here? No, it's not there. Oh, but they'll proudly take your money right now. They don't tell you that some games are not playable. Maybe that's why they say it's 100 when there's 200 games, because there are games in there that if you buy that, you can't do that. And you know what's funny is that when I had my Xbox, when I got my Xbox, I was met with this dilemma. That's why it stood out to me. I'm like, wait a second. I have all my games that I bought, 400 games on Xbox. I want to play them. I can't play them online without gold. But I'm going to pay with gold. But then I should just get Game Pass because I get some of the new stuff. But then guess what? You need gold to play the Game Pass games. So you got to do the $15 a month Ultimate. They're funneling you into this. So you want to talk about adding value to services? This is an artificial value because Game Pass on console without gold is you're not playing games. You're not. You can't play Sea of Thieves. You can't play State of Decay 2. And Microsoft knows multiplayer games. They're multiplayer games. You can't. Ghost of New Orleans with the 2 Eagles ray tracing and 60 frames. Don't matter, just resolution. Ghost of New Orleans has read my mind. Grinders. He has read my mind. Yes. Shout out to over 140 people watching. Hit that like button. Share this out because we are going to get a nice little right where Ghost of New Orleans is taking this. So, let's see. This is where it started. Let's see. I believe this is where it started. Actually, maybe... yeah, let's do this. Here we go. This whole ray tracing. Boo-hoo. Uh-huh. So, ray tracing wise, here we go. Our good friend Paris, presenter of last year's showcase, says here, and now notice the dates. Because when things come back and I bring things up, it's because I went through this and I seen the hype that people created for stuff, and I was like, don't do this. You need the software. This is not the W. Stop it. Stop it. Stop. Oh, fearmonger. You just don't like it. I'm like, no, you need to see the results before you champion this. It's just tech specs. It's nothing. No. It's next gen. You're just hating because Sony don't have it. No. And I'm just like, you know what? I'm going to grind my gears. And I'm like, you guys, you're just being silly about it because you're doing this premature W. Here's Paris, right? March 4th, 2020. I fully expect to see Gears 5 showcase during the full Series X reveal with options for native 4K, 60 frames, ray tracing, and 1080p, 1440p, 120 frames. They never put ray tracing in Gears. It's going to be a sneaky showcase title for the Series X and PC to show off ray tracing. Speaking about the hit Flight Simulator. Xbox Series X S Booster. 1440p 120, 512 SSD, ray tracing, $299. Oh, wait, ray tracing. I see a lot of hype for ray tracing. You see it? I see it too. Another one. They're still in the position of power. Xbox has to do what they're doing to garner attention and interest. All Sony has to do is show the hardware specs and Spider-Man at 4K 60 with ray tracing. And everybody crazy throwing wallets. What do you predict about that one? Colt Eastwood, a good friend that went out to go see all the executives. I'm sure he'll be presenting at the Xbox Showcase or doing something with it because they flew him out, gave him a dose of Phil Ness. He took photos with everybody, and back to it. I'm going to go ahead and agree. Oh, wait a second. This is his transformative ideas. We're going to wait. Now we come to today. I'm going to go ahead and agree. Until I see transformative realism, like top-end RTX builds of certain games, I'm not interested in 1080p, low-grade reflections, and ray trace shadows. Paris says it. After all that hype of ray tracing in all these games in 2020, Paris goes, gotta agree. Yes, ray tracing is great, but the performance hit, even with DLSS, isn't worth it. We'll probably be in the 5000 series of GPUs before ray tracing truly makes sense. Dude was hyping ray tracing on a console. You want to see a hype reel? Here you go. Phil Spencer, Mr. One and Only. This is where it started. March 19th, 2018. Announcing DirectX ray tracing. You want to see the capping? Ooh, let's go into this thread. Here we go. Smooth was actually realistic here. Saying Xbox moving forward. Let's see what this looks like. But here we go. Phil Spencer doubling down. We have done experiments with real-time ray tracing. A ton of potential with this tech. Amazing visuals. Phil Spencer in 2014. Philness. I cannot see what developer combines their engine using this tech ray tracing. We're hyping ray tracing in 2018, but Paris told us it's not going to be until 5000 RTX cards where we see the true implementation, because this is not good. Bring on the next GPU, Phil. This is when it was called Project Scarlet. Exactly. Kev knows. He remembers saying that the console ray tracing won't be that great before consoles come out, and it was called a hater. Well, Phil was hyping this thing up since 2018, dude. And you want to see hater? Watch this. So, what was I saying about ray tracing? What did I say? Back in 2018, I'm sorry. These should not be announcements to dangle in front of us. These should not be releasing on a routine basis. Maybe the fans won't go as crazy when you hype every friggin' little thing up like ray tracing, VVVR, OG Xbox, come on, new content, new games, the future. That's me. That's me in 2018. That's me in 2018. Stop talking about the stupid backwards compatibility, ray tracing. You need games. Games that are worth the damn. You want to see something else? I was going over here. Where is it? Where's my friggin' tweet? In this Phil Ness thread. I'll show it to you. Because I was attacked. People, here. Here's my tweet to Phil Spencer. Here's my tweet. Nice. I guess. Who cares? 2018 ray tracing. Gives a shit. And then here they come. Look, they deleted their tweet. Because they probably just can't cap anymore. They capped out. They capped out. I said, if this news excites you, because all I did was, who cares? I didn't say anything mean. I just said, who cares in 2018? And now it took them, to 2022 to realize, who gives a shit? Yeah, exactly. What was I, 4 years too early? Then here they come. And I go, if this news excites you, then you get help. They told me to get help. They told me to get fucking help. Because I was not excited about Phil brushing his balls with ray tracing. Get help, they told me. And I said, if this news excites you, then you get help, bitch. Only a dev would know the capability of this. This is not news for a consumer. And then he said some other bullshit, and he's suspended. I didn't block him. Bitch capped too much, he got suspended. Thanks for your kind words, because he said some horse shit. And thank you, Legacy Flam, wherever you are. Yeah, exactly. But do you see how they came out of the woodwork? I don't care. It was trash. This is in 2018. Now, fuckers are saying now in 2022, ray tracing is not that. Meanwhile, it's the same people that hyped up ray tracing in 2018, 2019, 2020. The same people that hype this shit up are the ones saying, you know what, maybe it's not a big deal now. And you want to know why? Because Xbox ain't got it. That's why. Go ask 343 where ray tracing is in Halo. Yeah. They don't have it. But when you see Ratchet, Spider-Man, Miles Morales, and then when they combine the other trigger words, VRR and other shit, all of a sudden, frame rates and VRR don't matter with ray tracing. You put performance ray tracing on and Spider-Man, Miles Morales, and other Spider-Man, and you're hitting over 60 frames per second with ray tracing. Yeah. Exactly. So the console can do it if you have the proper software to demonstrate it and the proper devs given the time and given the quality tools and the proper oversight. Not from, grinders. You know who we're talking about. Here he is, Mr. Quality.
Drop.
When you got that running the studios, you wonder where ray tracing is. What's going on, ray tracing?
Let me see you jump to get a booty. Let me see you jump to get a booty. Let me see you jump to get a booty.
That's right. So, ray tracing, VR, I said it. It's all just terms, dude. You need the software to demonstrate the hardware. I was saying it back in 2018. Hater. Oh, hater. You just don't like the Xbox features. They have, it's funny. Colt Eastwood saying he don't believe it. He's the one that was on the shows talking about baked in DNA bullshit in the chip, hardcore ray tracing, and then the PlayStation got some software-based ray tracing. You know what? Sony got more ray trace games than Xbox. And I don't understand how Xbox, with the PC and their tie-in to PC, they just can't do it. And nonetheless, they don't even have that many games. Like, I don't know. You think ray tracing going to be in Starfield or Redfall? Or shit look weak. That Redfall leak stuff, man, that looked like goddamn Xbox 360 shit. Oh, but they fly him out there and wash his ass. Because that's what they got to fall into the propaganda. They got to follow you. They got to put you as part of an Xbox ambassador where you can't talk bad about them. You can't talk about how you really feel without being in check. I don't like that. That's a big deterrent for like supporting the. Like, I don't like that. People call that. I don't like that. That puts people in like a bubble. And you step out of that bubble, out of that circle of trust, like then you're a fearmonger, you're something like that. Like that's bull. That makes me want to be the opposite. That because it has nothing to do with the games. That has to do with just these psycho people that just love a brand that gives them a break. Don't get it. Don't get it at all. If that's what you want to do with your shit, then do that with your shit. But if that puts a freaking gag order on you to kind of cap for this ray tracing, then all of a sudden have a 180 going, it's not that big a deal. Yeah, because what do you have fuck, you don't have any games. I see these lists with thousands of studios. They don't have shit. And then get into it with that friggin' Bethesda showcase. I just don't get it. He flew out there to play the guitar. But let's get into the. I don't know. Do you want to talk grinders? I'm going to give this, since it's the Bachelor Grindhouse. Frogs, I don't know where the hell he is. I'm going to text him again. God damn, Frogs. Give me the Bachelor Grindhouse here. Let me text the Frog, and then I'm going to see grinders. You could vote on the next topic. You could let me know what you want to see. You want to talk about Steam Deck? Or you want to go on to the other topics, maybe the Square Enix thing or the Bethesda showcase, and then we could wrap up with the Steam Deck? Whatever you want to do. Let me know. Man, you know what? I'll put a voting poll in here while I text the Frog and see where the hell his ass is. Next topic. You tell me. We're going to put a vote in for a few seconds. And they're going to say, what the hell? It'll say Steam Deck. Or we're going to go on to the Square and Xbox showcase. I want to keep the ball rolling. Whatever you want to do, guys. It's the Grindhouse. The people! All right. Let me text Frogs and then. Where are you? Let's see. Where are you? All right. You. Well, he must be busy. Uh-oh, let's see. Is the vote up? 11 votes. I don't know. Wow, 23 votes. We got the... Uh-oh, here we go. We'll see what the results are. Hit that like button while we're waiting. And share it out, grinders, because I'm going to see if we're going to do that topic, then I need to adjust. Here. All right, I'll close. Frogs out lit up a wine coolers. Oh, damn. Yeah, and then the other Halo game topic, like, Jez Corden released, I'll cover that while we're waiting for the polls. They're saying that they're working on another Halo game. 343 is working on another one. Maybe this 10-year Halo Infinite thing is falling through, and they realize they just need to make another game. Bless their souls, dude. I have to say is, 343 has a lot of work to do, and
You're fired.
Yeah, dude, like, I just don't get it. I don't get it. Let's see who's winning. Uh-oh. Oh, man. I never did a poll before. 38 votes. We're almost there. Holy crap. All right. I see. All right. The Square Xbox Showcase, Bethesda Showcase they want is the next topic. we're going to end the poll by 78 to 22%. The grinders have spoken. So, the stuff that came out today. Don't worry, we'll get the Steam Deck. I got something special. Don't worry. So the topic that came out today, Square Enix trims the fat. Embracer Group, dude. So Embracer, you know that Embracer, the evil empire. Them, Tencent, Amazon, Google, they're the evil empire. Well, apparently, for $300 million, they, oh yeah, you know what? Just before just before we move on, I forgot to show you, like, you know, that propaganda that I was talking about and all that other stuff. Just a little reminder of the things that was going on in 2018 to 2020 before ray tracing. See, you go here. Look at this. Yeah. Just give you a little perspective of the hype for the power of this machine, and now it's not really delivering that. Yeah. So back to the Square Enix thing. So Embracer Group goes and made this press statement today that here we go right here. That they have purchased not all Square Enix, just the studios that are making some trash-ass games. And the IP of Tomb Raider, of course. But basically, they got Eidos, they got Crystal Dynamics, and Square Enix Montreal, who make, and they make the Tomb Raider. So they got, the IPs that they got is Tomb Raider, Deus Ex, Thief, and Legacy of Kain. So, yeah. You age like milk, exactly, Don. So basically the biggest things they sold off Tomb Raider. But if you look, to be honest, Tomb Raider, what happened with Tomb Raider, guys? Right? Tomb Raider, the first one was great. Rise of the Tomb Raider was actually pretty damn good. I like that one as well. The last one, the third one, it was open. It was a little open world, a little survival stuff, like Shadow of the Tomb Raider. It was kind of this. Now they're working on another one. So Tomb Raider was on a downslope. Like, it didn't hit the highs of the first two, or at least the first one of the reboot. And then you look, Deus Ex. Yeah, the second one didn't do too hot. It was all right. It's been out for a long ass time. When's the next Deus Ex coming out? Thief? Ooh. And Legacy of Kain. These games are these franchises are long in the tooth. Where the hell are they? But like the only one out of them like that, that was relevant currently was Tomb Raider. Even that game came out a few years ago. And Deus Ex is not bad. I like Deus Ex. I like the original ones, man. They were freaking good as hell. And then the new one wasn't that bad. But man, they were so long. Were they even announcing a new Deus Ex? These franchises are old, and it just seems like Square Enix is just trimming the fat. But Crystal Dynamics, as you know, they are one of the famous for making the stunt double Avengers game, which failed horribly and is now in services across the world because they really can't, the stunt double Avengers. And then on top of that, they thought that they could lock down some Spider-Man deal, and they wound up putting Times Square beer belly Spider-Man in the bootleg Avengers stunt doubles. So Square Enix says, you know what, stunt double studios, you're out of here, because that's what they're called. Crystal Dynamics is stunt double studios. But a little thing here, because this Crystal Dynamics, it had hurt a certain green Phil Ness group. It did hurt a little bit because everybody thought that because Crystal Dynamics was giving Perfect help on the Initiatives game that Microsoft was going to buy them. You know, why not? Microsoft buys everybody, right? That's the only way they win, if they just buy everybody, and then they win without releasing any games, but just buying stuff and spending money and opening up their wallet and say, look at me. Look at my metal credit card. Means nothing. Just like ray tracing meant nothing. All that hype for ray tracing, more powerful, etched in the silicon. Yeah, my ass. Well, the Initiative had to come out and cover this bullshit because, you know, why wouldn't an Xbox studio making a franchise that I love fuck up something else again? So not only does the Initiative don't know how to make Perfect Dark, but now they got perfect help from the Bootleg Avengers studio, the stunt doubles. They're going to have friggin' Joanna Dark with mustache and mutton chops. Basically now, Crystal Dynamics is not even part of Square Enix. Now they're part of an Embracer group. So good luck, Joanna Dark. Good luck, Perfect Dark. This is not good. This is what happens when you can't do shit yourself, Microsoft. You didn't learn your lesson with Halo and outsourcing all those temporary people that could give two shits about Halo franchise and all that other stuff. And then they say about day one guns, but guess what? Those motherfuckers are gone on day one. They're like, see you later. We hyped up day one guns for a year and a half. Told you at the service game, but you know what? Day one is here and I am done. The sandbox leader says, I'm out of the sandbox. So we didn't learn our lesson that you can't do the shit yourself. Now you got Perfect Dark. The Initiative don't know how to make a goddamn game. They got help from Crystal Dynamics. Now we know why Crystal Dynamics is working with the Initiative. Because Square Enix was like, you guys fucking suck. Go do something. Get ahead. Go fuck Perfect Dark up. I don't care. We're selling your ass. Now we know it was a head scratcher. We were like, wait a second. Why would Square Enix, the studio that created the stunt double Avengers, be working on Perfect Dark? How the hell does that happen? How the hell does the Initiative work with a third-party company, a first-party studio, partnering, like an official announcement last year, working with Square Enix Studio? Oh, it's because Microsoft's buying Crystal Dynamics. That's why. No. It's because Square Enix didn't give a shit of what they do. They're like, you know what? Oh, you go do something. Get out of here. You're shitting up the place. Go mess up something else. I already got Beer Belly's Times Square Spider-Man over here. I waited on that IP for so long. I thought that was going to give some help to the Avengers. Well, you know what? Times Square Spider-Man. He's slow as shit. He does a little cartwheel here and there. A bootleg version. Goddamn, he's the kid's birthday version of Spider-Man. Let's put him in the game. And then we'll put all these goddamn stunt doubles in the goddamn game too. That's not the Iron Man you know. That's not the Thor that you know. These are the bootleg versions. But we'll pay tons of money for a goddamn voice acting because voice acting need to get paid so we can at least market something. We can't market Tony Stark without Tony Stark from the movies. No, we got to have bootleg one. They don't care. Square Enix didn't care what Crystal Dynamics did. Yeah, go help Perfect Dark. We don't care. We're selling your ass. You trashed the Avengers IP. We gave you the IP on a platter and you shit it up. There it is. That's what Crystal Dynamics. The perfect help. Good luck. And the Initiative coming out because they know they're like, oh shit. Like, it's so weird that the Initiative came out and tweeted this. They're just like, oh shit. Oops. And they're like, we're excited to see Crystal Dynamics take these next steps with their studio. Our teams have made great progress in building Perfect Dark together as co-development partners. We will be continuing this work with them in their next chapter. Let me tell you something. Acquisitions, merges, This is supposed to close in September, this Embracer Group. Just like I told you, Grinders, about the Activision deal. When you're purchased and you're getting moved around and all this other stuff, guess what happens? Nothing. Stalemate. Nothing. What happens if Embracer Group takes Crystal Dynamics saying, we need that Tomb Raider stat? Get Montreal on there. We want you to prioritize Tomb Raider. But we're in the problems with Perfect Dark. Fuck Perfect Dark. That's Microsoft's problem. We paid for Tomb Raider's ass. I want Tomb Raider prioritized by Montreal and Crystal Dynamics. Not say don't make Perfect Dark, but they could come in when they own you, Embracer Group, and be like, we paid $300 million. I want Tomb Raider. I paid for Tomb Raider. I want her ass out. I don't care about co-development shit. That is project number 2. Tomb Raider is project number 1. And there's the problem. That could be a problem. They could have them reprioritized once they own them. Once they own them, they could reprioritize, dude. So good luck to Joanna Dark. I don't know if they're going to show gameplay or not. Who the hell knows? But this is just not good, man. I tell you, it is like the friggin' Mothman of game studios. You have this huge-ass Microsoft company that was pumping out games like Halo, Gears, and Forza. Woo! Getting deals with Titanfall, Rise, Son of Rome, going all like this. Oh, Dead Rising, partnerships with Capcom, Lost Planet 1 exclusive, Dead Rising. Doing deals, Call of Duty maps exclusive. They knew how to play the game. And now, what happened? We have a bunch of old-ass fogies sitting there that don't know how to manage studios and make a game and come out with decent demonstrations and marketing and helping the game do well and having release dates and gameplay. What have we devolved into? It seems like Microsoft as a whole is incompetent on how to make a game. Since 2016 and this Game Pass venture, this company has fallen to shit. The only thing they have done is spent money to buy stuff. It's like putting a Band-Aid on, it's like putting a hole on a leak. You're just going to patch up one for another one to pop out. And now look what you do. You have the initiative. People are leaving. They want to make a AAA. I want to make it indie. There's an implosion in the studio. After we find out that they're getting perfect help from bootleg Crystal Dynamics. Now, bootleg Crystal Dynamics that you're working with is now not part of Square Enix. It just got purchased by Embracer Group. You can't make this shit up. And this is what we know. Imagine what we don't know is going on with this thing. And the way you solve it is by showing gameplay, getting people excited. If Perfect Dark is not at this showcase, that's not good for this franchise. It's already dropped off people's lists. Everybody's brush my balls list about Xbox and making games. Perfect Dark, ever since about this Crystal Dynamics and this implosion. Perfect Dark is like, Fable, Starfield, And that's right, Josh. It's like they care about getting subs with those little money spent on games. Yeah. But the problem is that you cannot get subscribers if you don't have the games. If you don't have the content for the service will not deliver. So the hopes and dreams and taking people out to dinners and rooftop parties and Xbox ambassadors and being on their show and liking them and tweeting them, that only goes so far before people come to realize that you're not putting out the content to justify the subscription. And I know some people that their subscriptions are coming up, dude. They're coming due because you could stack. Remember, Sony says you can't stack. Well, Microsoft let you stack for 3 years in 2018, 2019. That shit's drying up real now. I want to see how much of that Game Pass hype goes when everybody's now has to fork up $15 a month because there's no 1 year option. And their 3 year stack of $60 for $1 is done. It was only a 3 year deal that started in 2019. So that shit dries up this year. And now everybody's going to come here a la carte and tell me how $15 a month sounds, damn. That's why Microsoft has to use this showcase and rebrand Xbox Game Pass and come up with different tiers and stuff like that because they got people coming off that stack this year because it was only allowed for 3 years. And that was a scam in itself. People go, Sony not making you stack. Microsoft made you stack. Guys, they made you stack for 3 years and tell me what they released. Tell me. They made you wait an extra year for Halo. They launched an Xbox One X with fucking nothing about Lucky's Tales. Sea of Thieves was the Kraken still lacking. No, just 5C dicks waving in the air still. They took away they even took away a mode in that. The whole mode they added and took away. The combat mode. The PvP, that's gone. That whole PvP thing that they did, that's gone. They took that away because nobody's playing it. So tell me what they've done in those 3 years of a stack that made you go, this is a great deal. Dude, they played your ass. They know you fucking stacked for a dollar bill fill. They know you did that. So that's why they were in no rush to release any games to you and make you wait. And still wait. And still pay. Who's going to pay $15 when you don't know what's coming out? I don't know. That's the dilemma they got to work on. But Crystal Dynamics is one of them. Tomb Raider going over there. They said they'll work on a new Tomb Raider game. Actually, the guy who worked on Days Gone went over there just recently. Sorry to him. Jeff somebody went over there. It is all scam. But they had to come out and say, hey, Perfect Dark is still safe, guys. It's still safe, guys. Don't worry about it. It's getting the perfect help, but, Embrace the Group will make sure that Perfect Dark is the best. Now, the one thing that kind of sucked in this whole thing is Square Enix's statement here. Now, apparently, a lot of these studios are the kind of the Western development studios. A lot of the ones that I know some Xbox fans wanted. They liked kind of some of these games because they weren't the traditional Square Enix Japanese games. And as you know, like Forspoken, Final Fantasy, they even said Final Fantasy probably isn't. Jeff Ross, that's what it is. Thank you, Fimoa. It's Jeff Ross, not Jeff Bezos. It was somebody. It was Jeff somebody. Perfect going dark, exactly. If it's not at this, we'll talk about the showcase. So, the one thing I don't like, and this is, they want to get this new business model of blockchain, AI, cloud. I hope they're not putting that shit anywhere, man. I hope not. But I think, we're going to see some elements of it. There's going to be some testing of this shit, and we're just going to have to vote with our wallets and see what's worth it and what's not. But I think they're going to test this. They're going to test this bullshit blockchain and selling content and doing this. It's the evolution of DLC, which sucks. But we're going to have to see where this thing goes and vote with our wallets. That's the biggest thing. If you don't like it, don't buy it. Magnum Visuals with the 5. He goes, people don't realize
number one
that.
Customer.
Oh, wait, I'll read it after my Arnold. I'll wait for Arnold. Yes. Thank you, Magnum Vigils. He says, people don't realize that Game Pass is not recession-proof. The first thing that pops in people's heads is that it is starting to cancel subscriptions. That's right. If you look even Netflix, like there are competing services that are offering consistent and better content than Netflix, and Netflix increased its price and lost tons of subscribers. And that's the thing, Magnum. Like, as Game Pass tries to increase, it's all about the content and the cadence as to which it's released. And if you're on a monthly subscription, you could drop it as much as possible. And they don't have a year for Game Pass at all. There's no 1 year of Game Pass. See, what Sony's doing with this PlayStation Plus rollout is that they have a 1 year option that they're allowing at a discount. So for $120, still cheaper than 1 year of Game Pass Ultimate, is getting you the 700 games for PS4, PS5, some classic games, game trials, and online, and PS Plus games that they're giving out on a monthly basis. You're getting the whole kit and caboodle for $120 a year. So it's still cheaper than 1 year of Game Pass. Microsoft needs to come out with a year of Game Pass Ultimate that is cheaper than $180. And they've been out the longest. You think they would have some sort of strategy, but they don't. And like I said, competition comes, and once Sony and Nintendo flip that switch, there you go. What's up, Cali Rex? How you doing, man? Yeah, you're one of the OG grinders here. Shout out to 160 people watching. Hit that like. We got more here with this Embracer Group stuff. So this is what's left over at Square Enix. They got Square Enix Studios now. This is what they got left after they sold off those other ones to Embracer Group. Square Enix Japan, Square Enix Europe, Luminous Productions, that's the ones making the Forspoken and that engine. Play Online, the Balin Company, Taito, Hippo's Lab, and Tokyo RPG Factory. And that's what's left. And you see, there's a motif here of a lot of Japanese studios. So basically, you know, and we heard about the Final Fantasy, you know, not really trying to go anywhere. Final Fantasy 16 exclusive and Forspoken a 2-year exclusive. Listen, remember there was those things about Sony's doing this big thing, right? And again, I don't really care about this whole purchasing up of stuff, but if it's going to bring exclusives or bring new games, then I'm for it. But just announcing a studio and then not telling in 2018 and not finding out what the hell they're making and no gameplay, I don't care about just buying a studio saying we're done. It's interesting. Like, I'm not excited for Haven Studios. I know the potential, what she can do at that studio and with Sony's backup from their track record. But again, I'm not excited till I see the game. But I do think, you know, one of the things I was saying, this was big, right? One, they're buying 2K and Take-Two or whatever. That was huge. Like, this is supposedly mountain news that Sony was going to make this huge news. I said on the show, I said either they're buying 2K or getting Take-Two for GTA. They're buying Warner Brothers with the IP. Everyone's like, no, they're not selling the IP. Maybe they are. According to Imran Khan, sounding like a Mortal Kombat character, Iron, whatever his name is, he says that, you know, they're looking to sell with the Warner Brothers with the IP. I said that would be a huge get. And I said that before even they were announcing the IP. I said that's something that Sony would go after, because Sony would go after Warner Brothers because they have the IP if they're selling it. Plus, it ties into the movies and entertainment that Sony's been doing. The Uncharted movie, the Spider-Man movie, the Last of Us TV show. Warner Brothers and their IP fits into that. The Batman. They're already working with HBO Max, so they already got some sort of that Warner Brothers HBO Time Warner type shit. Then on top of that, they got that relationship. They've shown the Harry Potter franchise, the only place to show that, kind of making it look like it's an exclusive when it's not. And then they got the movies, Mortal Kombat movie with Mortal Kombat. Like, it fits into the Sony model of being an entertainment and also IP type of household. Plus, with the Marvel alliance that they got with the Wolverine and Spider-Man, imagine that they get some of the Batmans and Supermans under their belt. There'll be a friggin' comic book friggin' warehouse of movies, TV shows, and games. The ultimate trifecta. Oh, I did? It's Imran Khan? Okay. Mortal Kombat. So that's why I said Warner Brothers. Would I see them scoop them up and so? I just said if this was a big deal, that's a big deal because that's a big get. The third one now, and this was going around, is this Square Enix. Square Enix could have just adjusted itself to make it more appealing for a purchase. Because now, if somebody like Sony would buy them, they would get the games that, first of all, they're getting exclusive anyway. So might as well just bring them in so they can share assets and all that other stuff. Plus, they don't have the fat of Crystal Dynamics with the bootleg studios and some of those things. Yes, they lost to Tomb Raider, but on top of it, I don't know, Callie. That's what Imran Khan said, that they're looking to shop around and they're selling the IP. Because what you said is exactly what people were saying when I made that prediction. Oh, they're not selling it. Well, that was when Microsoft was buying it back in the day. It was like a year ago. Things have changed. And, Harry Potter's games with the movies. It just fits into what Sony's MO is. Sony's MO is movies, TV, and games, and trying to bridge those together in an entertainment medium where the movie could have content from the game could have content from the movie. Just look at Spider-Man. The new suits come into the game as the movie releases. If you got WB and you got those IP, it makes sense to what they're looking for. Quality, they're looking for content, and they're looking for IP. And Square Enix is another one. The Final Fantasies do extremely well. Final Fantasy Remake. So, these seem to be... and the Take-Two is a reach. I don't think they're going to buy Take-Two for GTA. I think, But that's a service game. That's something that might want to go in there. But I do see the Warner Brothers thing as something that they might potentially explore. And it's right in the range. That's right, Advocate. That's... Again... I'm not a huge fan of this buying up studios bullshit. I want to see games, but it does get you excited to know, seeing the track record they have with the superhero games, with the movie, getting some of those WB, the Warner Brothers IPs. They're already working on HBO with The Last of Us, Who knows? It just fits into the Sony world of getting that. And that's the... that's the way it goes. And it seems like everybody's trying to buy everybody right now. So, yeah, and the Take-Two would come with that, with the NBA. And again, this thing died off, but 3 weeks ago, Greg Miller was changing his podcast date and all those stuff about acquisitions. And there was a lot of the Sony's making this huge move, industry changing one. And I think what's incredible is that you see all this potential for some great games out there, and Microsoft is strapped hand tied behind their back with a $70 billion deal for Activision. With all these moves and all this stuff going on, it makes you look at how irrelevant and stupid waste of time. I've said that Activision deal is dumb. It's a waste of time. It's a bunch of hot air. For what? Are we seriously sitting here waiting $70 billion for the deal to close so that you could go on Twitter with all your clout and be like, I can't wait to play Modern Warfare 1, 2, Black Ops 1, 2, Cold World at War, Call of Duty 2, all in Game Pass. I can't wait. What a deal. Thanks, Phil. $70 billion so I could play World at War on my Xbox with Game Pass. Thank you. Who the hell is sitting here waiting for those old-ass Call of Duty games to show up in a subscription service for $15 a month? Please explain that to me, because that's the shit that everybody's waiting for. Are you seriously sitting here to wait to cap for Call of Duties of ancient past coming to Game Pass that you probably played with your 360 when that was all Call of Duty was about? Are we seriously excited for old-ass Call of Duty games that came out on an annual basis coming to Game Pass? And what, they're going to come out once a week, once a month? They're going to milk the shit out of Call of Duty. You'll be getting new Call of Duties, old Call of Duties in Game Pass right for the next year. And I just don't understand it. I don't get it. If you're buying Activision for brand new games or some shit like that, fine. But like to cap for Game Pass and these old ass games going to Game Pass, I don't understand what that. And it's just such a long, tedious process that's really hampering Microsoft from making any moves because they are so now balls deep in this goddamn Activision purchase. Like, what's the results of it? Sony got Bungie, move on. Move on. Embrace is going to get all Tomb Raider and all this stuff, $300 million by September. And they're still going to be doing this friggin' Activision deal. For what? To keep and they already said Call of Duty staying multiplat. Like, what the hell? Like, and that's what the difference is with the Bungie thing, is that Sony's like, yeah, well, Destiny will stay multiplat, but we don't know what the next Bungie game is, and it's only Bungie. It's not Activision. That's this huge. Right now, Activision's doing nothing. They're just going to hype up Modern Warfare, which I'll probably be in Game Pass. I don't know. It just seems a lot of money and a lot of time spent for kind of nothing. Like, it just seems it's wasted time. And and I always said this, if it was about the games, if it was about bringing the Xbox content, they could have done that 3- and 4-fold already. They didn't have to do this stuff. They didn't have to buy studios in 2018 and we still don't have any games from them or where it is. Gameplay, what are they working on? They could have easily brought games to the platform. That's been my argument all these years, is that if their goal was to bring content and games to the people buying their platform, they did it before. They could easily do it. They are choosing not to do it. And that's what grinds my gears about it. Phil and friends and Satya decide not to do it. Because look how many games Sony brought you, because that's the priority of their role, is to bring games to their platform. Microsoft's priority is not that. It's to buy studios to fluff up a service that, they didn't announce the new numbers, 25 million. It's growing at a snail's pace. It's not big enough to justify big blockbuster games. And it's going to be really, really interesting to see what Starfield is. If Starfield has some sort of online component or something along those lines, it's going to be very interesting to see that. And, speaking about Bethesda and Starfield, they announced the Bethesda showcase here. Xbox Bethesda showcase. A showcase. And where is it? I had it. The Xbox Bethesda showcase. So let's read what the Greens has to say. So, very interesting. April 28th, Grinders. Hit that like button, share it out. April 28th, we got an announcement that in June 12th at 10 a.m. Pacific time, there will be a show in 30 languages. In April 28th, we got an announcement that there will be a show on June 12th. One show, one night only. That is going to be a showcase of games from Xbox Studios, Bethesda, and our partners around the world. True Witty says, I don't believe that Call of Duty is still coming to PS. Oh, True Witty thinks they're going to pull the okie dokie.
Oh man, True Witty,
customer.
You think I'm gonna pull that fewness? I don't know. I did do it with Starfield. I said I don't know, but then I said I do know, and then I said it's exclusive. Ooh, you might be on something.
I never trust that Phil Ness, True Witty. You might be right. They might be just playing face right now for this deal. Say, yeah, it's coming everywhere, and then it's gonna be like, yeah, you get episode 1. Well, let's explore. Let's go to the link. I never trust Phil Ness. You're right, True Witty. So let's go see what this is about. It's about. There we go. So this did turn into the Bachelor Grindhouse. Shout out to Frogs. Hope everything's okay. But that's all right, grinders. I enjoy sitting. This is like old school, grinds my gears. Just going through the topics, what the grind is, having a fun Monday night. Grab a drink. We're talking about showcases. I got a showcase. So, today we're excited to announce the Xbox Bethesda game. So, it's a one show for both of them. Not a separate showcase. Now, here we go. This show will feature amazing titles coming from Xbox Game Studios, Bethesda, and partners around the world. Now, here is where it gets interesting. The Xbox Bethesda Showcase will include everything you need to know about the diverse lineup of games coming soon to Xbox ecosystem. First time I've seen that. Ecosystem. Including upcoming releases to Game Pass on Xbox and PC. It'll be streamed all over the outlets, 30 languages. Yeah.
Hold on.
Okay.
Holy Spirit, activate.
Oh, no.
Holy Spirit, activate. Holy Spirit, activate. Activate. Activate.
All right. So, big things to take from this is that it is a one show, right? It's one show. Their shows last, what, about an hour and a half or so? 2 hours pushing it? Maybe. Yeah, maybe. One show. And it's Starfield. That's exactly the other thing on that. It's all Starfield. Well, no shit. They got to show Starfield. And that's the problem. That's the problem. This is what grinds me up about this thing. Because you see all the stuff. So, remember when they had the Xbox, right? When they had the Xbox release, they did, they had, the multi-plat games show, and then they had the first party showcase. That's where the infamous Halo Infinite Craig showed up. And then the first one, they oversold expectations in the sense they said this is what a next-gen game will look like, and they showed Ass Creed Vikings. And everybody was like, that's not next-gen, and that didn't look that great. And Greenberg had to come out and apologize. Then he said, we won't make the same mistake again. And then they graced us with the first party showcase because everybody was making fun of that goddamn Xbox showcase showing next gen, and they showed a bunch of okie dokie, and then Ass Creed was the highlight, telling that they're going to show gameplay, and they didn't show gameplay at all. And it didn't look that impressive at all. It was not a good thing. Then, if you remember, a couple weeks later, Sony with Epic shows the Unreal 5 engine running. Everybody's debating that it's a demo, but it's a real game running only on a PS5. People went crazy, but it was the first wow moment of the next generation. And then Xbox brought it right back, made sure you bent over and gave you a swift kick in the ass and showed Craig. Yet again, disappointing the quality of next generation. 2 showcases, 2 disappointments. Now they got the one show. Now last year they did one show. Actually, it was paced pretty damn good. But guess what? They didn't show anything, really, from their first party. They showed a bunch of trailers with Contraband. Redfall was like a 4-minute trailer at the end. That's supposed to come out this summer. Nowhere to be seen. But they had a good breakdown and great focus on Forza Horizon 5, which I gave them points, about a 7.5, because they gave great care and respected that IP, but that's the only IP they even know anything about. If you remember, they did Halo they showed a multiplayer trailer halfway through the show, and that was about it. and it was a CGI multiplayer trailer. And then they had a little bit of a gameplay multiplayer trailer. But Forza was actually pretty decent. They showed a breakdown. They did some pretty things. But it was a CGI show. So now, nothing from Starfield except they announced that it was exclusive last year. And now, you want to go down the list, everybody? We got Perfect Dark, Fable, Starfield, Avowed, Outer Worlds 2? I guess. We got Everwild. We have State of Decay 3. We have what is the other ones? Hellblade 2. Project Mara. The Steps. What else haven't we seen? I did Avowed, right? They got who else? Oh, Compulsion Games, whatever the hell they're working on. And the other games I'm missing. Fable, Forza Motorsport, which they said they showed somebody running it on Xbox One. Scorn, Ever in the Wild, Crackdown 4, Indiana Jones, Id's Games. The list goes on and on and on. Unannounced projects, I'll do one of those lists. But you got about 10 to 15 games that need to show gameplay. And Josh Ayers, I see where you're going. I see you, Josh Ayers. State of Decay. But look at this. You know that Elder Scrolls 6, forget about that one. Well, yeah, we got that. That's announced too. But you know that they're going to have an issue with, because Starfield is going to probably take up about 40 minutes of the show. Like, they're not just, I don't think Starfield is going to be a flash kind of like, here it is, more tune in later. I don't know. But I would think that they would showcase Starfield at this show, show some gameplay, probably some narrative of Todd Howard saying, as he now walks out of his ship, you see those mountains in the background. He could walk to any of those mountains, or he could go left and talk to that dude that's going to give him a mission, or he could kill that guy. He don't have to do the mission, or he could just get back into his spaceship and fly around in space and shoot some asteroids and then land on another planet where you see those mountains. He could go to those mountains if he wants, or he could look at the flora and fauna and look at the animals and the aliens and make friends with them and maybe make one as a pet, and then use your robot as you walk around and craft a building so you could say, I'm going to live here on this planet. Oh, but then there might be some bad weather that shows up, and then you get back on your plane and say, screw this planet, I'm going somewhere else. Wow. Did I get it right? That's probably what's going to happen. It's going to be this amazing, you make the fun. You tell me how you want to play. We built this game with absolute freedom because it is whatever you want it to be. You want to run around and be a space pirate? You want to run around and make an alien family? Whatever you want to do, I don't care. Look for the fun. That's got to be about 20, 30 minutes. If they run through Starfield in like some sort of like sizzle reel, that sucks. Exactly. Did I describe No Man's Sky? Exactly, because that's exactly what this game is going to be. It's going to be just like No Man's Sky. Yeah, clip it. Tell me that that's not going to happen. Stalker 2 is another one. I didn't even go to those. Stalker 2. Where's the other game? Redfall? That's the other one I missed. Redfall. Contraband. It is No Man's Sky. But I'm saying, like, there are so many games they need to cover during this showcase to have one show on one day for all this. They're not going to cover it all. They're not going to. And there's going to be disappointment. And if they don't show the games that they need to show, because let me tell you what they need to do, and you're going to hear this a couple of times as we get up there. They need to show those games with gameplay and release dates. And they got to be like, yo, Perfect Dark coming in February, Hellblade coming in December, Starfield coming in November, Forza coming in October. We also have Redfall coming in February with also a little twist of Stalker 2 coming in March. Then on top of that, we got Fable slated for next summer. They need to come out like that in order to create a friggin' peep. Because if they don't come out with a list and a lineup of games that are just like boom, 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 it's just another bullshit disappointing year. And if they don't show gameplay, State of Decay, Fable, Perfect Dark, like they gotta show. And I don't know who knows if they're gonna show Perfect Dark. But if Starfield is gonna be the main thing of the showcase and everything else, because look, it's also third-party games and games coming to Game Pass. So it's all that shit. I am sure, and it's going to be sucky when I mention all those new games. I mentioned all that new stuff that they did not show gameplay to. And then on top of that, they're going to show third-party games and games for Game Pass. Dude, if they take up time of this precious time that they have for one show to go, hey, Grounded is coming out of beta. We're really excited to show and talk about Grounded coming out of beta because that's something I heard from the developer at PAX. He's on stage. I got it on my shorts, the YouTube shorts. If that dude comes out and is like, hey, we're talking about Grounded. Oh, tell us more about Grounded. No, move on. And if we got talking heads and we got people going like, oh, I can't wait for the DLC for Flight Simulator for Top Gun. Oh, it's coming, and like, no, we don't know. What? We don't have what? What?
No shoes. Ain't nobody got time for that.
No.
Ain't nobody got time for that.
What?
Ain't nobody got time for that.
What?
Ain't nobody got time for that.
What?
Ain't nobody got time for that. Ain't nobody got time for that.
No, we don't. We don't have time to talk about Season 3 of Halo and show me a demo of Halo Co-op. We don't have time to talk about Grounded coming out of beta. We don't have time to talk about Sea of Thieves Season fucking 12. We don't have time to talk about goddamn Top Gun DLC for Flight Simulator. We don't have time for that. And I don't have time for you.
Customer.
The Game Night says Stalker 2 might get delayed from December due to the Ukraine situation. That is unfortunate. I know. And that got delayed before the Ukraine situation. And then after the Ukraine situation, that game is just, it's a shame. It's sad. And, that's unfortunate for them. And, prayers to all them and what's going on because they couldn't anticipate that. It's unfortunate that game got delayed. But that game was supposed to come out in the spring. But beyond that, they have an excuse. Like, they have a reason why. Where's Scorn? What's their excuse? Comes with an alien dildo packed in the box. Where the hell's that game? And that's the thing. I was listening to Crossfire. Shout out to Mooch. We're talking about how the Sony need to respond with their showcase. Sony has announced we didn't know about Miles Morales, Ratchet and Clank, Returnal. In 2020, we didn't know. 2 years ago, we didn't know about Returnal, Ratchet and Clank, Miles Morales, Demon Souls remake, Horizon Forbidden West, God of War Ragnarok. We didn't know about these games. Sony announced them. And that's what somebody was saying about, they love that Sony 2020 show, that Sony 2020 show, PS5 reveal. They announced them. They showed gameplay of them. They built up the marketing and the hype for them. They've added multiplayer and extra features to them and released them. And we played them. And we still don't know what half the studios are working on over at Sony. We don't know. We know what everything's working on at Microsoft. They blew their load. They showed They showed title screens for everything that they're working on, but the games are not ready. And then when the games come out, they're still not ready. Halo was an infinite help. Season 2, we're targeting co-op for August. The game was delayed a year. And co-op tacked on another year. They added you could replay campaign missions a year later. They're targeting August. This is not a joke. This is not making fun. This is the pure goddamn facts from them just not delivering on the promises and the bullshit that was spewed all over the internet by the supporters thinking that they're trying to keep Xbox good and make them not look bad. They cannot say with a straight face that their studio development has been a disaster. This Crystal Dynamics thing, Fable, they're trying to be small but trying to make things big. All this horse shit. Hellblade 2 was announced in 2019. 2020's game show, 2019's game show with the Xbox. Then showed again last year. What are we doing here? Just showing the game every games award show? But you can't say where is God of War. Where is it? But you want to know what? If it was only God of War, yeah, I would say where the hell is it? Sony, get your shit together. But look at what Sony has announced, shown, and released. We had no clue these games existed 2 years ago, and we have played them, and they've gotten features and things added to them. Updates, to, ray tracings, they got VRRs, and this. They got like co-ops. Yeah, co-op in Returnal. Dude. I'll give you a list of games we didn't even know about, came and went, got rated, did well. Microsoft still has studios they purchased in 2018. We don't know what they're making. You can't even tell me what Starfield is. You can't even tell me what Fable's going to look like. What is Perfect Dark going to look like? We don't know. And in this model of Game Pass, we've seen what Halo turned into. You can't even replay your missions in the $60 campaign that you bought. You pay $60 for that Halo campaign. You can't go back and play those missions. You got to wait till an update targeting August for you to replay some boring-ass missions. Plus, on top of that, somebody mentioned the DualSense. Yeah, you got the DualSense, and then you got PSVR 2 trickling in, which is going to bring more games to the platform. Xbox said they're done with Boost. We're done with Boost. No more Boost. Backwards compatibility is done. We did it all. Thanks, everybody. It's done. That shit came and went. Sony's just getting started, man. Wait till they start showing some classic-ass games. They saw what Microsoft did, and now they're going to do it better because that's what Microsoft does. They do shit. They don't support it. They drop it, and somebody comes along and does it better. And Microsoft doesn't learn from that. UWP was revolutionized PC and console. Nah, gone. Mixer, nah, gone. Ninja, they bought Ninja and Shroud. They're serious about Mixer, everybody. They're spending money on top quality content from Twitch to bring it to Mixer. They're really serious about Mixer. They're not going to be undersold. UWP and oh my God. Uh-huh. Tell me more. They got one show to show all this stuff. And the Game Night 123, he goes, I wonder what Microsoft's definition of soon is, because soon can mean a couple of months to a year onwards with these companies. Yeah. What is soon? Traditionally, Microsoft soon is they're going to show things. Their cadence has been what they show on this June 12th show is going to be what's coming out. And thank you again for the super chat. What's coming out from now, from June to the end of the year. So if you think about that, you're probably not going to see any lineup for next year. It's going to be focused on Starfield, possibly Redfall, maybe Avowed, maybe Hellblade 2, or really Starfield and Forza, probably your two guarantees. Forza Motorsport and Starfield are your two tentpoles. Then they might trickle in some Redfall and Hellblade 2. Those are the four that I'm thinking might be there. Because I don't think Fable's ready to show. I don't think Perfect Dark's ready to show. I don't think Outer Worlds 2 is not ready to show. Elder Scrolls is not ready to show. I think State of Decay 3 maybe. I don't even think that's ready to show. So I think it's going to be the Starfield show with a little bit of Redfall and Forza Motorsport. And they're going to go into this holiday with Redfall, Forza Motorsport, and Starfield. And maybe they announce Hellblade 2 is targeting early next year. That's what I'm thinking. But we'll get more predictions as we get closer. Because again, they announced this in April 28th for June 12th. So I just think like the problem that I have is that Microsoft, even when they had their showcase shows, their monthly shows, the problem is that they don't show the games as they're getting gameplay. They're not demonstrating these games as they're being created. They just kind of announce them and then go into hiding. And then you wait for that one time a year. Turn the micro shit. They're waiting for that one time a year to just do their showcase. Like E3 is gone, Phil, Aaron. E3 is gone, dude. So stop trying to make E3 still happen. Like E3 is done. Why do you still need to try to have this one show a year? Everybody has changed to kind of monthly and as needed shows and things like that. Something you were doing, but you had no content to have a show. You canceled that Inside Xbox every month because it was a joke. Major Nelson in his flower shirts talking about DLC for games that came out 2 years ago. Nobody wanted to see that. People want to see new announcements, new things, and it was just hurting you, so you canceled them. But the whole industry has gone to let's have showcases, let's have games, and let's put some nice little shows together as they're going along. Microsoft is not doing that. They're still trying to hold on to this E3 bullshit. This June 1 show to rule them all. And you have too many studios. You got too much stuff that you have not shown. Maybe if you were showing Fable or Perfect Dark in December or in January, or instead of announcing Crystal Dynamics, you showed gameplay. Maybe you showed some sort of showcase of Everwild or something like that. That at least takes the pressure off of you for this one show. I'm going to tell you right now, no matter what they show, it is not going to meet. It's going to be disappointing. Because they are doing one show for all this stuff. And things are going to have to get cut. And I know there's rumors and all this. Oh, everybody submitted some info. Oh, everybody submitted something. And we'll see. Maybe it's a 2-hour, 3-hour show. But I thought it's pretty telling when they got one show where they're going to talk about third party and all the first party stuff. And because they're not confident in their games to show gameplay as we lead up to these shows, they got all the pressure on them to deliver this stuff. And the hype is going to be out of this world. And the fact that they announced it's in April 12th, April 28th for a June show, it's kind of weird. Like, it kind of also indicates that they're not going to talk about anything in May, in this month. And does Sony need to respond? No. But I'm going to tell you what Sony's going to do. Another Grinds-Adamus. Another Grinds-Adamus prediction. I'm going to tell you right now what Sony's going to do. Hit that like button, everybody, because I'm going to tell you. Game Night goes, I wouldn't be surprised if they show more CGI trailers for Fable Perfect Dark just to pad out the show. I agree. they might show updated.
You're my
CGI
number one
trailers.
customer.
But that won't be good. They need to show gameplay. They got to show that these games are on track. And without showing gameplay and showing more CGI, is it gameplay, is this, with no release date in sight, is going to make it look like they're padding it or they're protecting it. Exactly. Game Night said, don't forget the controllers. Yeah. What about Xbox Keystone? You think they're going to use time to talk about a streaming stick with xCloud and Game Pass? Maybe. Maybe the Elite Controller 3 with a share button that you don't need. It's a lot of time. It's a lot of stuff to show. And do they need to rebrand Xbox Live Gold and Game Pass? Yeah. Maybe come out with a lower tier that gives you some free-to-play games, some free game in the Game Pass. I don't know. Can't have a show without coffee, 2 cream, 2 sugars. That's right, Toolman. But seriously, dude, what are you going to do? But yeah, we'll talk more about it, I'm sure. But I think the fact that they announced this on April 28th and it's coming out on June 12th, one show, I think they're kind of saying, guys, you're not going to hear. Don't be asking us in May that we're going to have when the next news is going to come out is June 12th. And I could be wrong, but that's what that says. And for Sony's going to do exactly what they did last year. They're going to use God of War, probably show a showcase or a PlayStation show about end of May or maybe the week before in June. And I'm going to do a God of War showcase and probably show some absolutely amazing new things that you could do in God of War. So Dave Jaffe can't call it DLC anymore. And he'll have a video to say, I take that back. Because it's not DLC. And I'm sure it's going to look amazing. I'm sure they're going to show things that are new and amazing for that new game. And they'll have a God of War showcase that looks incredible, looks next gen, and that is going to be wow. And it's going to be something probably you may not see that kind of caliber of graphics at the Xbox showcase. So if you look at the two of them, they did the same thing with Horizon last year. They did Horizon right before the Xbox showcase, right in between the third-party game and right before the show, 2 weeks before, they did a breakdown of Horizon. Looked incredible, got everybody excited about next generation and new games coming. And then Microsoft, did their show. Too, it was all right. So, the thing about PlayStation Plus Premium, I have PlayStation Now and PS Plus. I got it for like $45 when I do the Amazon when it's on sale. And so I'm in PS Plus Premium until late next year. So I will be testing it out. And, the main thing for me is if the trials really offer like a lot of big games and stuff like that, that will be pretty interesting. But really, if the classic games are some things that I missed, because again, I never had a PS2. So if it's like some games that may be interesting and, I want to see what the classic games are. Because I do agree. I think the middle tier is actually a great deal for $100 a month, $100 a year. But again, for $20, you can get the other stuff. I got to see what the trial thing is and what the classic games look like. Or mainly the classic games to see if that premium is going to be worth it. But I have it until end of next year. Mine doesn't renew until end of next year. And then I'll decide. So I'm pretty interested to see what that's going to do for that. But yeah, we'll see. And I said for $120 a year, it's a great deal to get all those extra games. Again, as backups, as things to fill in stuff. It was awesome. Like I was with the kids and stuff and they wanted to play something. I just search into PlayStation Now and we're playing things. Oh, and by the way, I didn't say House of the Dead remake came out. Dude, it's $20, $22. It's short as hell, though. It's like 5 hours. It's like 5 missions long. But you could use the DualSense, and it's a PS4 game, and you could use the controller. Frogs and I beat it with using SharePlay because it doesn't have online co-op. So it was pretty awesome, like doing SharePlay. I've been doing SharePlay a lot, which is a feature, again, I think it's friggin' incredible, revolutionary, where you could basically try out games your friends have if they have 2-player local. just use share play, and your friends could try it out, or you could give them the control and they could try out the game. And I think it's friggin' damn cool that you could do that. You could try your friend. Like I played like a match of wrestling. He didn't have wrestling. I had it. We just did a match with share play like it's if it was couch co-op. But I'm telling you, man, they're banking on that middle tier. That's all right, Don. Like, and I think they should have named that third tier like the classic tier, because I think that's probably the best. Like, it's like the classic, like the retro tier. But I guess that sounds kind of backwards. But it'd be interesting to see. And that's also, everybody's talking about the PS Plus. That's also coming out in June, right when the showcase is. So, Sony is going to have some announcements in June with the showcase, probably talking about what classic game's going to be there, what the lineup's going to be. And on top of that, guys, PlayStation Plus in their PS4, their second and third tier, they're going to launch with Spider-Man Miles Morales, Returnal, Ratchet and Clank. Like I said, all the big games currently, not games of past, but games that came out within the last year or so, big games, are going to be in that service. Like, that's... And then they're going to announce new games. But, like, that's what I mean. Like, when you could turn on a service and have the biggest games from PS5 in there already. Like, they're going to give PS5 games away. They've been giving PS5 games away. If you look at that Games of Gold, they haven't given any Xbox One games away. Any Xbox Series games away. They've been all Xbox One and Xbox 360 games. They're not giving away those games. Whatever games they are, they're going to Game Pass. Sony's been giving away in PS Plus, PS5 games, PS5 updates, Wreckfest, and things like that. So, I don't know. I just feel that they are doing better with the service, but we need to see. And I'll talk about what I'm do. But it's getting late, and I did want to just give some impressions of the Steam Deck. Hit that like button, everybody. But I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to do a live kind of review and show with the Steam Deck. But for the time being, let me see if I could get this thing to work here. Just give me a second. I'll do a quick kind of rundown the Steam Deck here. Because I didn't want to say I had the Steam Deck and not talk about it on the Steam Deck. But I only had it for... See, the thing is maybe... you know what? I'm going to give my impressions of it, and I'll probably going to do a video, like a live review of it, where, with the camera and stuff, and you guys could see it, and you could kind of go, like, ask me anything type thing, because I really haven't got to use it that much, because I got it late on Sunday. It was delayed. I was supposed to get it on Friday. I wound up getting it on Sunday morning, and only had it for a couple of days to play with it. But let me give some impressions, and then I'm going to do a live kind of review with the camera, and it'll be like it asks me anything, ask me to download games, play some games, mess around with the settings. But let me give you my initial impressions of it for the Steam Deck. So let me get an image up here so I know what we're talking about. It's just to wrap up, because I wanted to talk about this thing. So let me tell you, like, the first impression. First off, and I'm going to do a video with it. But let me get this up here. Let me just tell you about the Steam Deck, dude. All right. So, first things first. You take this thing out. It came in the box. I got my email. Told me to come pick it up, right? And it got delayed. I was all panicked. I was like, oh my God, it got delayed. It was all ready to come on Friday. Got delayed to Saturday. All ready to come on Saturday. Then it got delayed till Sunday. I'm like, oh no, man. Oh man. Finally shows up on Sunday, and then I got to go out and stuff like that. So I really didn't even get a chance to I just messed around with it a little bit last night, putting some games on there, and a little bit today, not too much. But my initial impressions, it's big, like it's wide, and you'll see when I hook up the camera and stuff, my next show, that it is definitely a big console. It is like a bigger Switch, but actually it is very ergonomic. The handles, the controls, I have to say one thing. These are some incredible quality controls. The analog sticks, the buttons, the triggers, the bumpers, and even those tactile touch pads that have that haptic feedback in them. I'm telling you, and even the D-pad is incredible. It is the control and the tactile feel of all those buttons feels incredible. The grips that they got, incredible. Really, really feels comfortable as a controller. First things first, because that's the first thing that deters you from not playing the Switch, is that it's cramped up. It doesn't have a real D-pad, and yeah, it just doesn't work out. So this thing, the first thing came to mind was like, oh shit, this feels good. The sticks, the triggers feel great. They even have buttons on the back for it, and awesome. Like I had to say, they did a crazy design with the ergonomics. The speakers sound great. They're front facing. They're right here and here. They sound great. These buttons are recessed. The Steam button, I'll show you what that does. It actually takes you to the Steam menus. And this one's like the options menu. They're recessed, and I guess they're there for not you have erratic touches to it. But what I have to say, though, is that it's really slick. The layout and the UI is really done well with it. It does have a start and an options button here for in-game. And even the B button is actually tilted on the side. So the ergonomics and layout is great. I thought by having analog sticks high up, it might be a little weird. I wanted them low, like where the speakers were. But actually where they are is great, because the way you have your hands, like it really fits well. And if you have any questions, you can ask me questions. But then, I'm going to do the review once I get some more hands on and get some more games on there from experience. Because I only used it once. I'll use it a few times because it came late. But touchscreen, I have to say, don't be worried about the 720p screen. It looks sharp, and it's not a 720p. It's like an 800. It's like a 1200 by 800 screen. And don't be alarmed that's a lower resolution. It's actually good, because then it runs the games at a higher frame rate. So it's pretty good, and it actually works well with the console. It does make noise. There's a fan up top, so you'll hear it going just like a PC, like a low PC. You'll hear it go bzzz. So you hear the whining. So it doesn't have like that silent thing, but it's not blaring fans like a gaming PC going whoosh, or the PS4 Pro. It's not doing that, but it does have a sound, a venting sound to it that you could hear that is audible. And the more the games go, VR support, no, it doesn't have VR support. For what I do, is it better than the Vita? Let me tell you something. The Vita was nice. The Vita was slick and small. This thing, it comes like in almost like a little mini. The case is hot. It's really cool, but it comes in like this. It's big. And the Vita was slick. You could drop that in your pocket and walk around with it almost like a phone. This is a device. Like, this is something that you're bringing. Like, if you're bringing a laptop, this is just a small laptop. Like, it is about it is pretty big. But I'm going to tell you one thing. The playing games on it is friggin' awesome. Like, it is incredible seeing games. I played Rise of the Tomb Raider on there. I played Splitgate. I played Brawlhalla. And again, this is only like in one night. I played Brawlhalla. I have the Vita too. The Vita is great. Brawlhalla. I played what else I have played? I'm downloading right now Left 4 Dead 2, checking that out. And I might pick up some other games on it. I'm trying to load the Epic Game Store. That's pretty easy. I watched the tutorial and do it, because there's a desktop mode, and basically it's Linux, and you could use the touchpad to move around the mouse. So basically, there's a whole desktop mode. Basically, it's a computer. So you could watch YouTube and internet right on it. You could do anything. You just go right to desktop mode. It's not no hack or anything. You just hold the power button and it says desktop mode. You click on it and it'll take you right to there. And I'll do a UI rundown when I go through this to kind of show everybody how to do it. And what you can do. Like, it's basically a Linux, and you got Linux apps and all this other stuff, but you can put the Epic Store and all your Epic Store games on there. I've seen people put Xbox Cloud on there. But that's a whole other story of like the things that you can do with it. But really, just the ergonomics, how it feels is great. But playing those games in a really high fidelity, like I played Rise of the Tomb Raider at 60 frames per second in medium settings, and it looks great on that screen. Like, you might have one on a projector, but on that screen, it looks pretty damn cool. And then on top of it, it doesn't really get hot, like it vents out from the top. But the biggest Achilles heel to the whole thing is the battery. And this is where from my experience, this is where, it kind of loses its luster. And that was my biggest concern with buying this thing, was that the battery life is just not there. They say 2 to 8 hours. Well, if you're playing, you could see your battery life, and you could, and it gives you an estimated thing. But like, I'm playing Rise of the Tomb Raider at 75% battery, and it's telling me I have about an hour left of gaming. Now you could reduce there's a whole bunch of stuff that you could do to change the frame rate. You could change the heat, how hot the thing gets, so you're not pushing it too much, to kind of save on battery life. And that does adjust it significantly. Like, you could go from 60 frames on medium and getting an hour of gameplay to almost getting an hour and a half of gameplay by just dropping the frame rate down to 30 and turning on those toggles, which will affect the heat of the temperature controlling and how hot the CPU gets. But so you can manipulate the bat. Also, it depends on the kind of games you're playing, and but again, the battery life is not that great. Like, it's definitely and that's kind of like the thing. Like, you're playing these incredible these games in your hand. Like, it looks unrealistic holding, playing a native PC game, and it looks that good. Like, I was looking at Rise of the Tomb Raider, and it's a great looking game, even at medium settings, that cut scenes and just playing the game. I was like, oh damn, like, this is not mobile gaming. Like, this is PC gaming, and the fidelity that you're getting at 60 frames playing this, it's like, oh my god, this is incredible. Just, I want this for 10 hours. And you're not going to get it for 10 hours. And that's the Achilles heel to it so far. Like, again, I really can't say if, like, I haven't drained it yet, because I played it to about 50% and I recharged it, and I was trying to get ready for the show, but then I didn't get enough chance to play. So I want to play with a little more. Maybe on Wednesday or later this week, I'll do a live review. Ask me anything. I'll have it on camera. We'll go play with it. We can add some things, and, and you could, chat and whatever you want. I like doing live reviews and interacting with everybody. But just so virtual reality says, just like Oculus Quest, 1 hour and a half of gameplay before recharging. It's not a big fan, but exactly. That's another thing. The wirelessness of the Oculus is also something where, you got to charge it frequently. But again, it charges fast, and actually one of the solutions, and again, I'm waiting another delay from Amazon, but I'm waiting for it. Getting a power bank, and then you could charge this thing kind of on the go. Like, it only uses like a 45-watt USB-C, and you could actually use it in a dock with a USB hub, and it will charge, and you could kind of play the games on a screen. Any resolution, it will run like 1080p. It's awesome. Like, and this is the other thing, the price for it. If this thing was $1,000, like a gaming laptop or something, like, no. But the fact that this thing is coming around $500 for the middle version, which I got, with the 256, and I put a 512 micro SD for $60 in there. The Samsung one is the best one, the blue one that they said. Again, I haven't run games to it, but you could do that. You could put in, you could do any kind of USB drive, sticking it. You can make this thing as mobile or as desktop-y as much as you want, if you want to use it, lack of a better term. You can make this thing like a kind of a little laptop, a little like workstation, and a gaming system with just hooking it up to a USB hub and mouse and keyboard. It has Bluetooth. You could hook up PlayStation controller to it. Like, it's anything. You could hook up an Xbox controller, PlayStation controller. You could use that as the controller for a game on the TV. You could do anything. It's a full operating system, computer thing, and it's not locked away. It's not a lot of hacking and stuff. It's just some Linux apps that you could download to do some other functionality, like the Epic Store and things like that. But what they have here is that even games that have little asterisks next to them saying like they're not perfectly run on there, it's only like if you have to use the touchscreen or something. And other games, though, do have issues, like the Master Chief Collection I couldn't download because it has issues with their security system. It's not there yet. But a lot of games, even if they had an issue with not fully tested or something like that, will work. Like Brawlhalla, that worked great. Oh my god, Brawlhalla was freaking awesome on this thing. Dude, having Brawlhalla run around in there, that's awesome. And then if you're in a situation where you can't charge it, you plug in a power brick, get a couple of charges in there, and you're good. So, like, getting a little power supply, the same thing you use for your phone to power this thing up, if you're away from a plug or something, it's not bad. So, yeah, I can't wait for the PSVR 2, man. I'm hyped for that. But I think, the cost of functionality, like what you're able to do with this and get, I didn't even talk about the emulators and stuff, but, like, it's impressive. Now, again, I don't have a few days. I'm going to run through it. But, and we'll see how the power brick thing works. But, if you're in a hotel, you're traveling, man, this thing's a godsend. Also, too, you have to say, like, with the kids and stuff, like, if they're on that TV, this TV, and I can't, like, retreat to my game room and play some games, you could stream PS5 to hear from your own PS5, not dealing with clouds and McDonald's Wi-Fi. But if you have your PS5 hooked up to an Ethernet line, you could stream your PS5 to this, so you could go hang out in another room and play your PS5 on there if you want to stream it to there. And I've been actually testing that out a little bit. Like, since my PS5 is plugged in, I've been messing around with, like, hooking it up to this to see if it works. And, it worked. Like, I could see my screen on my phone and stuff like that, but I need a controller. So this thing's pretty cool for doing that. But otherwise, it just does everything. And it's the battery life that's the Achilles heel to it so far from what I've seen. But again, if you want that experience and stuff, there's a lot of manipulation you can do. You get a few hours, like 3 hours and stuff on there, and it changes very quickly. It does a very effective way of managing the battery life in working like that. And yeah, I so far, honeymoon period right now. We'll see what it is, but I'm impressed with the UI, the controls, and what it can do. And maybe I will pick up some games on there. I have a lot, but definitely will probably do some games on there just to kind of get their versions of the PC versions of them, because it is a damn impressive. I am definitely enjoying it. I do think that it's pretty cool what they've done with this. Like, it's definitely a better thing than the Steam box. I think this has definitely a better purpose of this, and the fact that the price that they got, I think, is definitely impressive. Like, keeping that price kind of in that console ballpark of 400 to 500 kind of thing. I think that's a smart move, because you think about how much the Switch is, the Switch OLED and all that other stuff, and you see what this can do, and the fidelity that it gives you. Yes, it's not getting Nintendo games, but you're getting everybody's games. And even some of the Sony games. I don't have God of War on there, but God of War, that works on here. The Death Stranding works on here. And then, yeah, like if you do cloud saves and stuff like that, but it doesn't work with the PS5 cloud saves. But, like, Splitgate and all that other stuff, like, it's fun. Like, I was rocking, man. I put Splitgate on here, and that's how I knew to test out the controls, because I was doing awesome in Splitgate, like that kind of competitive shooter on a portable. That was impressive. That's where I was like, oh, this is a good kind of alternative to, like, when I can't game on my console. Like, I could just be like, at least getting some progress or doing something in something else. Because when I sit down on my PlayStation, I want to play the best games and all those games and stuff. And I'm not going to probably boot up Splitgate unless somebody's playing it. But if I'm away from my PlayStation and I'm, like, somewhere else, maybe I'll play some Splitgate. You know what I mean? Because I'm away. So, yeah, I don't know if Sony's going to do a handheld. Like, I don't know. The handheld market is real shady. Like, I think this is the evolution of what PC should be. Like, that's what I think. Yes, Killzone Liberation on the Vita was great. I played the Uncharted game I beat on there. That was awesome. But I played Mod Nation Races. I think I got that on there. Or it wasn't Mod Nation. But I think the Vita was great. Vita had some great games on it. The problem with the Vita was the memory card. That's the problem. The Vita did not use SD cards. Like, it had its own problem. Like, it didn't have it had a storage issue. And the memory cards are so expensive. To this date, it's still expensive. But it is cool. And what I do like is that it is a bigger console, and it's still immersive with the sound, and the size of the screen is a good distance from your face that you don't feel like you're playing on this little bitty kind of small screen. Yes, Mod Nation. Mod Nation was great, man. I love Mod Nation. That was like create your own Mario Kart game. Yeah, but I'm going to say, like, if you're in your house in front of your TV, you're not going to pull this thing out going like, I'm not playing PlayStation, I'm going to play this. But, like, the fact that this offers a different library than what's on PlayStation, that's like, it has its own value where you could, and especially Epic Game Store, where they're giving out tons of games. They gave GTA 5 out, they gave Alan Wake out, they're just giving free games out. Dude, just getting the Epic Game Store on here will give you a shit ton of games with just giving them for free. It is bigger than the Switch. Yeah, I'll put the comparisons up. We'll do the Switch and stuff like that. So stay tuned to, again, the very initial impressions. Only had it for a day or so because it came late. I was hoping to have it on Friday and do a full kind of breakdown and go over it, but we're going to stay tuned to later in the week, for either on Wednesday or I'll do something later in the week. I'll put an announcement up on Twitter, but hit that subscribe button here. Again, this has been the Bachelor Grindhouse. Hopefully Frogs is okay, but yeah, we will, I appreciate everybody for coming through and doing the old school Bachelor Grindhouse, Grinds My Gear style. But hit that subscribe button and hit the like button and basically hit the notification so when I do the Steam Deck review later this week, when I go through it and ask me anything kind of about it, then I'll have the Switch here, I'll have the Steam Deck here with the camera on, and you'll be able to see all the buttons. You can ask me to download a game or play a game, mess with the settings. We'll do anything the chat wants, like a live review kind of that, since I gave you my impressions now on it, and I'll see if anything changes. But yes, hit that like button, hit that subscribe, and hit that notification so when I go live, and follow me over on Twitter at Jez7780. I want to thank everybody for coming through and, for all your action. Toolmans! Yeah, it's teacher's own, man. You sit the Steam Deck on, playing a little bit, watching TV. Dude, I'd rather play on the Steam Deck than mess around on my phone, I'll tell you that. To be honest, yeah, definitely. But, keep it locked to this channel. I want to thank everybody. Got through all the topics. Bachelor Grindhouse style. Welcome to May. Cinco de Mayo. Yeah, definitely not Thursday. I'll be drinking margaritas on Thursday. But we'll do it either Wednesday. Probably Wednesday. Maybe I'll do it on Wednesday. I'll see what it looks like. But I'll let you know. Thanks again, Grinders. Hit that like button. I am out. Make the comments down below. And see you guys later.